Is it possible to make 200k in and around Johannesburg with a flip? If you've been asking yourself that question, my good friends, you are in the right place, because here we talk and we do anything and everything around real estate right here at the TJ Tribe. So welcome if this is your first time of being here. Today we've got another cool deal which is from back in the days. In this particular deal, we are just going to call it Project 15, right? And Project 15 is a deal that I actually did with one of my VIP friends. And you might be asking, TJ, what is the VIP? Don't worry, I'll tell you about it as we go on to the end. And today's video, we are going to be talking about, should we do this deal? There is 200,000 to be made here. And should we do it? Should we do this deal? My VIP client, and I call them this guy here VIP, is because this is not their first property that they've bought from us here on the TJ Tribe. It's actually their second deal. And on this deal, we have potentially 200,000 to make with them. And on the last project that we did with them, they did a small project and they bought that project for around about 150,000. It was a 2-bed, 1-bath. And with that 150, an additional round about 60,000 was in the deal. And that was all in total 210. And eventually they sold that property for 450. So that was the first deal that they ever made, that they got with us in here. And now I present another opportunity to them. Whereabout this is one of our VIP clients who's also a subscriber just like you, but they are now VIP because they've done one deal with us. They're now doing the second deal. The second deal, that's how you get to become a VIP, baby. Yeah. Okay, all right, let's go ahead. So this particular deal is in an area that's called Boksburg Central, right? I think we're going to walk through this deal to say, does it make sense? Should we do it? And we'll get through to all the numbers. The first one is that this is a property that's sitting on 600 squares. Boksburg Central, it's not a big area. If you are from Boksburg, you'll see that, you literally have maybe about 5-8 streets that are in the central. And within that, you'll see that most of the properties have been converted into some commercial activity of sort, offices, shops, you name it, that kind of thing, schools, that kind of thing. And this particular property is previously an attorney's office. So there was an attorney who was owning this property, sitting around about 130 squares under roof, and the entire property is sitting on 600 squares. And it's 3 bedrooms on the property, so which means 3 offices, including the dining and the lounge. That also is the office, and the foyer coming in, that is what they made the reception. So a few possibilities here where you can turn around this office maybe to become a house for someone else who wants to live on the property. And we're going to showcase all of these through to you. Besides the 3 bedroom the house that there is also a cottage on the property. It's a small cottage, kind of like a 1-bed, and its own toilet. The property is valued at 960,000 rand, right? That's the valuation on the property if everything was good. And above that, we are buying this property for 400, and there's a renovation for 200,000. And the question that we are asking today, is this a good deal? So I've shared with you some numbers. Buying for 400, reno for 200, value at 960. Should we go ahead on this deal? As it is our tradition, we start with the challenges. What are some of those challenges that we are having on this particular property? Challenge number 1, my good friend, is that as I went to view this property, yours truly, TJ, I had no cash at all. So it was a huge challenge for me, but it's also an opportunity that I'm going to turn a little bit later. I'll explain to you how. Challenge number 2 is that as I engaged the agent, they were not willing to negotiate. They had the property for 750, and that's what they listed it for. And I checked it out and I was like, let me go and see it. And I drove from my place to Boksburg Central to view this property, and I realized that the property is actually run down, which is challenge number 3. So let's have a look on what it looks like outside. There's grass everywhere. It's just a mess. Okay, this is the outside. So this place is quite big. And, so we have seen the property outside. It just looks run down. That's a challenge, but we can turn that into an opportunity. And another challenge is that the seller has just pitched up at the property, and I have spoken to him, and he says to me that he is looking for 200,000 rand cash that he needs very soon. And I'm going to speak to that as an opportunity a little bit later, but this is one of the challenges. I don't have cash right now, so this is at the time when I was meeting the seller with the estate agent. 4 deadly challenges there, and here is the opportunities that I am also seeing on this particular property. Now, it is a 3-bedroomed house with a cottage in central CBD. This can be an office, opportunity number 1. It can be a house, it can be an investment, it can be anything, right? It is also zoned business 1. Ooh, la la la. So it's a great opportunity, that one. But how can we unearth the opportunity? Number 2 is that because I've met the seller under the circumstance and the protection of the estate agent, I do think that there is an opportunity here to do some creative financing. I don't know how we can safely be creative here, but let's see how we can be creative, right? Opportunity number 3 is that I have now been working with my renovation team, and we have done 13 projects together. The same team, same contractor. So I've got great confidence now in my contractor. We now understand how to work with each other, how to report, how to do some of these things correctly. So I'm confident that my contractor is able to pull this one, even though it is out in Boksburg Central. And then my other opportunity that I'm seeing here is that location, 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 location. You have heard in real estate, location, location. That's what they say, isn't it? Across the road from this property is there's a spa. Across, like not like a massage spa, ne? Like shop spa and a tops spa. There's a shop across the road. Across the road, this is like in the main road of Boksburg, not far away from the sheriff. And these are things that I'm just learning as I go around in Boksburg. So it's in a good area. Down the road there is a high school, and bingo, there's also a university that is now popping in within this year. So there's lots of opportunities that I am seeing. I want to give you a challenge and how I utilized it to be an opportunity around the estate agent. The agent was unwilling. However, I asked the agent whether I could view the property, and the agent said to me that they didn't have access to the property and they needed to have the owner to be present. And I said, no problem, let's wait for the owner to come through. And bingo, the owner gave us some time. I was present and the owner came by. This guy was an elderly guy, probably plus 70s. And he came through there and he was struggling to walk, struggling to breathe. It's like almost this guy had just exited out of hospital. That's what it looked like, you know. And I went out to help him, and I said to him, "Are you right, Papa?" He says, "No, I'm fine, and I just need to get some medical attention. I've got an operation that I need to get to." And I was like, "Wow, you are telling TJ all of this information? Yeah, this is good information for me." But I didn't go there to help Madala for me to seek information. No, I didn't. I was just me. I was just me being the servant I am. I saw him struggling, and I quickly jumped to help, and he had like a set of keys like this big, right? I'm not trying to think which key is going to open up in here, which key is going to open up here. And out of all these keys that he had, he knew exactly which key is going to open up. I'm like, yo, some landlords, they are privileged. And it was not even marked. As he was telling me, I recognized the condition that he was talking about, because somebody in my family had gone through that condition. And I knew exactly which doctor was going to do that. So as I finished my viewing, I called one of my bras who's a doctor, and I said, bra, if you had to have this condition in a private hospital, roughly how much would it be? And if you had to do it in a private or in a public hospital, how much it is going to be? And then that's how I then realized that I've got an opportunity, because Madala was telling me that he wanted the 200,000 for him to go and do this operation. He was on a waiting list, but he didn't have the money. That's why he was selling the property. So I connected these dots, and then I said to my estate agent, I'm now giving you the opportunity that I saw with the circumstance that was presented to me on the ground. I then said to my estate agent, look, the property is listed on 750. There is no way anybody is going to buy this property at 750, right? The valuation is sitting on 900. I am prepared to give the seller right now 150,000 cash. Within the next couple of days, I'm happy to do that. However, I am also willing to pay your commission upfront when we pay this 150. And at that time, she says to me, yes, that's all right. And then I then said, and my offer is 350. She's like, no, TJ, no. I'm like, look, we have to present this to the seller. You know, we need to. He's right here. And well, she then said she was obliged at that time. Because if she didn't, I would have done it. Right? And she says, okay, fine. I think let's make it 400. I said, okay, cool. Let's make it 400. Okay? She went to the Madala. Madala accepted my offer on the spot. 400,000. We closed the deal and we did the paperwork on the streets in Boksburg Central. Right there and then. Right. What was my condition now on 150? I had no cash, remember. But I had told one of my VIP clients to say, I'm going to see this property. I think we can get it at round about 500. And he says to me, TJ, if you get it for less than 500, I'm good to go. I only have 500. So if you go in at 500, I'll be able to buy it and go ahead and facilitate the deal from me. So as my VIP clients, I done a deal for him before. I knew exactly that he would be able to perform. Right? So great. So I negotiated 400 and bingo, I went back to my VIP client and I said, brother, you said you're good on 500. We managed to snatch this deal at 400. You're so good. And he says, beautiful. We can still close it at 900, right? In terms of selling. I said, yes. If we'll wait for the right buyer, right, we can sell it. However, in the meantime, I need to get my contractor onto the property and we need to make sure that we can get the renovation at a good price. Eventually, the contractor came out and he gave us a quotation for 200,000, actually around about 170. We kept the difference and contingency. And bingo, my good friends, we eventually closed all renovations on this property, just under 200,000. So the question here that I want to ask of you is this a good opportunity? Right? Is this a good opportunity? There's a bit of creative finance that's happening in here. We are buying the property at 400. The reno is on 200. The valuation is sitting on 960. And can we extract 200,000 out of this property, out of this flip, right? And what kind of a contract do we actually need to do here with this creative financing that we spoke about? Remember, the seller wants 150. They're good with 150. of the 400,000, that's becoming my new problem that I need my attorney to solve the problem. But is there meat in here? Is there a deal? Should we go ahead on this deal? Do you think we are going to be making money here? Would you do the deal in a different way? It is I, TJ. Next week, I'm going to show you how far we are on this deal and basically indicate to you the progress that we've made. If we are getting the deal, maybe we're not. What do you think? I think it's a good deal. That's my thinking. I'll go ahead with it. There's about 250 to be made here. Slightly more. Yeah, that's what I think. So let me see you again on another video right here at the TJ Tribe. And if you are thinking of becoming one of our VIP, all you need to do is subscribe. And when the deal comes out, reach out to us. You do deal number 1. Hey, deal number 2, you become a VIP. That's all it is. It is I, your boy, TJ. We check you out again on the next video.